David Speedy scored a hat-trick.
It's the competition that really lived long in the memory, was it, the full Members' Cup?
Or lived long at all. Only played for 7 seasons, competition for the teams in the top 2 divisions.
Called the Simod Cup, I think, for a while as well, wasn't it?
Yes, and the Zenith Data Systems. And so we'll see what Chalky does here. Finds O'Reilly. Useful first intervention. And Savannah coming in.
Back to sender.
Well, Shirky involved in the first clear opportunity in the second half.
Well, people are saying he should have got over this, but he has to jump early to get above the defender. There he's onside, O'Reilly, and he just lifts it, cuts the goalkeeper out. He jumps early, but just can't get above it. Tries to hang in the air. Beaten Harto. This frustration for everybody at Man City that he couldn't quite keep it down.
Caicedo. Shirky and O'Reilly combining well to create the opportunity.
Shirky would just go into the number 10 position.
Straight down the middle here from Chelsea, although they need some width, which Malo Gusto provides.
Times he's done that now. He's got Enzo Fernandez going back towards his own goal, and then he just gives him a little shove and gets too tight. That is Nunez.
Frustrating. He's given away free kicks in that way.
If you want me to invite you, look now.
Oh, that was by Bernardo Silva, certainly his arm grabbed bicep. So to alight on the earlier theme, with lots of talk about doubles and trebles where City are concerned, we have a unique quadruple, don't we? Chelsea and Manchester City becoming the first pair of clubs to meet in League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League and Footballers' Cup finals. So unless Reading and Luton have a major improvement in the next few years, I can't see that being equalled again.
Speak.
Down again here. 2 players involved.
'25th time he's brought the City team to Wembley. It's just that thought fluttering in the wind as to how many more there might be. Shield at the start of next season is in Cardiff. Wembley's booked.
James playing in midfield. Not sure that's where Thomas Tuchel would be looking to play him. Surely has to be a key part of England's squad, Reece James, if he's fully fit.
What? That's a foul by Semenyo.
He's under pressure there, Colwill. He's very much a left-footed player. He realised he was going to be hurried, and the arm does come across him.
Coming here with Huddersfield when they had a terrific season 4 years ago. That's where he really settled into the centre-back position for the first time. Used almost exclusively in that role there. Lost to Nottingham Forest because of his own goal.
Check yourself.
Under huge pressure.
Hard guy.
Gahey, Rodri, Doku, away from Palmer, who's back for more, and back to win it cleanly, and now it's City's turn to be frustrated with the referee's score.
I'm not sure he won it cleanly, Cole Palmer. Well, I think Doku tried to make the most of it, and that's what the referee thought. It was outside the box, so there can't be any intervention from the VAR.
A step by Rodri.
When they want the ball back there for Farmer, who's just now jogging back into his centre-back position, made a blistering run forward.
Pass the ball, good.
Gusto fed by Palmer.
Cross.
Certainly not what he was hoping for from the delivery.
We've got a lot of Chelsea's supporters around us. Well, they've been pleased with some aspects of the game. They're getting very frustrated with the lack of forward intent at times from Chelsea. They do get in good areas, a poor cross that one from Gusto.
It's very much a sense that they're playing with the handbrake on here.
Corner.
James Trafford with a moment to forget. And it's opened the door for Chelsea.
Well, the ball did go out of play. It's really poor from the goalkeeper. But you see it.
Make that mistake.
Now, could this cost Manchester City? Is there going to be a good delivery into the box from Reece James? Looking up the crowd. They're trying to.
Costa just shy of the penalty spot. Now moving into their positions. Haaland rising in front of Trafford. Back in there. Header from Caicedo. And it was dealt with by Rodri, reading the situation with his customary effectiveness.
He got to it, I think, here, Trafford, but it might have been Haaland's head, actually. He was scrambling back, Rodri in the right place at the right time.
Doku. Palmer back there. Well, that confrontation going into a second round.
Well, there was very little contact. Sort of, I think Cole Palmer was trying to make the most of that situation. I think that's what he was accusing Doku of doing on the previous one.
James. Cucurella. Now Fernandez. Cucurella has his free kick. Cristiano is about to receive a card.
Good play initially by Cucurella when the ball was played long. Almost gets in, doesn't he? Cucurella, sorry, Kusanov. close call, but the referee has given him a yellow card. And he's got to be careful. Chelsea having some good moments here. Starting to believe. So are the crowd behind the goal to our right-hand side.
Time when Trafford has shown a touch of a lack of concentration.
Inside.
Delivery met by Matheus Nunes.
Penalty! If you don't blow this one now, this
Caicedo and Doku coming together. Enzo
what
Fernandez
did they do?
off a run.
Penalty!
Corner is the best they're going to get for that, despite the appeals. They are checking it in the VAR booth, as they will.
Well, we're right behind this. I thought, no, his arm is tucked in, it's hit him on the elbow. He can't give handball for that, I don't think. He's tucked in by his side. He's not trying to make himself any bigger. Corner, right decision.
Peter Banks, after several looks, agreeing with Darren England's first view. But it emphasises the point that at this moment Chelsea are very much on top. Can they take advantage? James will get another opportunity. And Trafford's out of the equation. Fofana coming into the back post. And Manchester City relieved to get that over with.
Well, I think there was a shove in the back as well from Fofana. He tried to get on the end of that. Made no difference in the end. It is good cross. There was the shove.
Significant encouragement for the Chelsea supporters. Who've not had a great deal to cheer of late. Lost 9 games in all competitions since the start of March. Need to look very hard across Europe to find a similar sort of record in that period. Currently enduring their worst run without a clean sheet in the league in 35 years. Period when Bobby Campbell and FA Cup final hero Ian Porterfield were in charge of Chelsea. Its famous winner for Sunderland in 1973 against Leeds. Here's Caicedo. Turning it on for Reece James. They're enjoying themselves, Chelsea. Crucial cutout by Gahey.
It certainly was. Reece James had a bit of space. He was looking to play it in between the two defenders for the run of Cole Palmer. Chelsea have upped the tempo. Closed the ball down with more venom. Tougher now for City to get easy possession. There again, they win the 50-50 challenge for Fofana.
It's a battle that's still raging, and Doku will ultimately be penalised. And Pep takes action.
He wants more control in midfield by the looks of it. Kovacic, the player that is coming back to the bench and going to get himself stripped.
Well, a player who needs his luck to turn in the FA Cup final.
It'll be interesting to see who he comes on for. I don't think Rodri has himself in glory today. Looks slightly off the pace. But will he take him off? I doubt it. Would it be one of the wide players to try and dominate the central area? Shaky a little bit wider.
Just a good one. Everything.
Mateus Nunes. Cucurella.
No, they took it
Caicedo.
The one
Out to Fofana is a bit of a stretch. James. Malo
it's a
Gusto.
mistake. Anything where mistake now,
Palmer.
they don't go. So everybody tries to
Hearing
be
that it's
careful.
going to be Rodri that's going to make way. No surprise because he hasn't played well today. Both with the ball and without it.
Bernardo Silva getting there first.
They think things now.
Mind the tackle.
You know what? Careful. If they play 90
That
minutes
showpiece occasion in a City shirt.
now there are lapses in the ball.
Trafford meets the challenge there. Bernardo Silva has said he won't talk to his agent about future plans until May the 25th. But he does have a club in mind. This is next destination. Here is Jeremy Doku. Cherky. Invention, but it was not the intention. Danger for his own team may be the result. Terrific work by João Pedro, although good battling back by Mateus Nunes. We won't know it yet, but his cup final will soon be over.
City need more control of the game here. They had that for the first 30 minutes or so. They've lost it in the second half. Enzo Fernandez in lots of space here to get himself turned.
Martin will play it on to Cucurella. This is a great combination, but that's the cue for the Manchester City change. And it is not a warm welcome. A warm sending off from the Chelsea supporters. I wonder what reception they'll give to their former charge.
He's still struggling for fitness and not up to the pace he was. He was voted the best player in the world not so long ago.
Mateo Kovacic has played in 3 FA Cup finals, lost them all, 1 for Manchester City and 2 for Chelsea, one of which he received a red card against Arsenal. Sound a silly statement, but within 6 sendings off the FA Cup final. And that's the cross by Malo Gusto. And the question is being asked, because João Pedro went down in the vicinity of Kusanov again.
You see? Inside 18.
Those arms from both players. I don't think you can see from that replay that there's a penalty. I think João Pedro was trying to make the most of a situation and he realised he wasn't going to get to the ball.
Peter Banks in the video booth is happy with what has gone on. This is Ryan Cherky getting a hold of it deep and seeking to exert his potentially considerable influence. This is Semenyo up against Cucurella. Cherki. Fizzed into Doku. Gehi. That's a teaser. Bernardo Silva was arriving around the back. Doku. It's a distinctly threatening ball which Fofana had to deal with.
Better from Manchester City. Here's the moment where you can see that João Pedro's actually putting his arm out to start with, trying to make the contact. There it is. He does put his arm up as well, Kizanov, but no penalty for me. Unlike the one in the first half, which I think probably was a penalty.
A bit of finger pointing and discussion. Well, Caicedo again having something akin to a wrestling match. Just reminded him if it happens while the ball is in play, he would be in big trouble. Cherki. And this game, he hoping to get there. He did. Under great pressure.
But I never understand that sort of defending. Caicedo was never looking at the ball any time when that ball was crossed into the box. All he was doing was trying to fend off Gehi.
Reminding Caicedo of the presence of tens of cameras and VAR. Anything he did would be spotted. Semenyo, Correa's challenge. Well, City responding.
So their supporters who went quiet for 15 minutes or so. City supporters are overly confident when they get a corner. A lot of height in that team, apart from Haaland.
They did have a real purple patch from corners and set pieces in the lead up to Christmas. Bernardo Silva's delivery for Fofana's header. And O'Reilly ended up on the floor this time.
And here's another little threat in the box, O'Reilly.
Double in the cup final. The Carabao variety. City's third trip to Wembley in 55 days.
And that's where I think Haaland should be looking to exploit the space in behind. But it was a half-hearted run. Yes, it wasn't quite the best ball from Cherki. I want Haaland to be more dynamic with his runs. Almost tell the player on the ball where he wants it. He's just drifting around the pitch.
Kovacic. Pedro had a real swipe at Kovacic the first time. He managed to escape that.
A foul. I say those one wasn't, but João Pedro was.
Which is seeking to be very positive.
Today, not today.
João Pedro
This is not Premier League
very much in charge. Well, it's tight. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Haaland. Plenty in support.
Shit! Let's go!
From Antoine Semenyo.
Hey!
Well, he's capped a stellar season with a beautiful, impudent cup final goal.
Well, I think a lot of credit to start with has to go to Cherki to get it on the ball to try and make things happen for Manchester City. But take nothing away from the finish. Haaland making the run outside. Semenyo, I think, might have been offside had he gone for the first one. Here's Cherki, he plays the first ball, gets it back, and it goes wide. Here's the next pass. Timing of the run is good. Semenyo was offside at that point, but what a really good flick it is. Haaland's just playing it into an area. He couldn't strike it any better, could he, with the inside of it? But it might take a little deflection off Colwill. Across the goalkeeper. Just when they were beginning to struggle in this game, Man City take the lead. What a moment for him and him.
Special in more ways than one. And Chelsea have offered so much in their second half, have to pick themselves up.
Semenyo throughout the game has probably been Man City's most dangerous player. He's had more touches than anybody else in the box on the pitch. And he's got his reward. That was an excellent goal.
73.
A flash of individual brilliance making the difference. But Enzo Fernandez almost answering back in style.
It's just a long throw, they win the first flick. He wins the second, just gets too much on it. It's the wrong side of Gahey. Gahey can't get a challenge in. Makes a good connection, but actually gets too much on it.
So it's the end of the day for Kukurea. Neto has got over the knock that's been inconveniencing him of late.
Now here, now I can't get that one. I remove the
4 goals in the FA Cup this season. Chelsea will take one from anywhere now. O'Reilly. The last team to come from behind to win the FA Cup were Arsenal against Chelsea.
It was during the COVID period, wasn't it? Nobody inside the stadium. Very eerie experience.
Bernardo Silva. Hato finds a way out. Hunter and Sanchez. Doku will retrieve here for Manchester City. Kovacic. Away. Malo Gusto. Pedro Neto. Carrying the fight while cutting a lonely figure, and he's gained plenty of ground here. Gahey across to tidy up.
Neto probably now drifted back to that left-hand side. That's where he's come on and is playing. Palmer is going to stay on the right-hand side.
Doku. Cherki. O'Reilly. Oh, chance for O'Reilly! And no one where they were ultimately required. Chelsea playing on with 10. Malo Gusto down injured. Oh,
That's penalty. This is penalty.
behind the goal and amongst those in the darker shade of blue.
This ref.
Pato went down. Enzo Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Augusto now back on his feet. But not where they might have anticipated he would arrive. Teased in there by Caicedo.
Well, it's end-to-end stuff now, all things are happening. Really, O'Reilly has to go for goal. When he gets through, we're right behind him. The cutback wasn't on.
Palmer. Malo Gusto. Pedro Neto can retrieve here. Pato. Fofana. Enzo Fernandez the target here, but Kusanov as well as Bernardo Silva attending to the situation.
The referee has already decided, or the VAR has already decided that it wasn't a foul. I'm in agreement with that. Hato is leaning across Kusanov, who doesn't try and make a challenge. No penalty. He's had a good game, I think, the referee.
Palmer. Gusto's ball. Kusanov's head. Oh, he's been presented it by O'Reilly. Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto. Stafford getting a piece on it, but City can't sound the all clear just yet. Doku hoping to change that. But it's a Chelsea throw.
Good response from Chelsea.
Club world champions they may be, but their recent run certainly not to give them a sense of confidence coursing through them. But reacting well here, Joao Pedro. Doku hoping to lure a challenge that will give City some relief and a free kick.
Again, silly challenge from Caicedo. Doku can't go anywhere. Caicedo's probably saying that Doku was holding his shirt as well. It probably was a bit of that. Be cheering on Aston Villa in a few days' time, a couple of weeks.
Well, excellent preparation for that Europa League final after victory last night in the Premier League.
Very good performance, wasn't it, against Liverpool? Difference this second half has been to the first. First half was all a little bit too slow. This has been end-to-end in the second half. Much to the credit of Chelsea, who have tried to play on the front foot, close the ball down with greater urgency.
Well, Joao Pedro now in difficulty. Chelsea are preparing to bring Liam Delap on, but
not for João Pedro. I think they were bringing him on for Reece James. That might have to change.
So got himself back to his feet, João Pedro, but I don't know if it's cramp he's concerned about. He's going to take the opportunity across the board to get some fluid on board.
As we said earlier on, the cup final is usually played with some beating down. Not today. Here's the cutback. Cutback. Semenyo, clever flick. In behind his standing foot. The Gallaghers liked it, and so did they. But will it be enough to win this FA Cup final?
Goal befitting any occasion, really. Liam Delap enters the stage.
Four in the end, Reece James, I think.
It was, yes. And in Liam Delap, we have a player who has had an association with Manchester City. Joined him in 2019. That association only ended a couple of years ago with his move to Ipswich. He's not scored in the FA Cup. Today would be quite the day to write that.
Hasn't endeared himself to the Chelsea faithful on that occasion. He thought he didn't close it down quickly enough.
Well, there's plenty of space for O'Reilly to move into. Haaland's arriving. What? Terrific bit of work by Caicedo, denied him any form of opportunity. Here's Sheki. Enzo Fernandez up to João Pedro.
I don't know.
Well, City have to feel they'll need a bit of insurance.
For waiting, I tell you what, the reason why we play football.
Mateus
They watch now. We don't watch the game.
It's the post.
I beg you, they watch the game. I beg you. Which one?
Goes against the post after it hits Sanchez, I think.
See how people
Once again, O'Reilly has the golden opportunity to play the ball earlier to Haaland when there was space between him and the goalkeeper and the centre back. Waited too long.
And he's offside there. It is a situation where Sanchez deserves credit.
Had it gone in, it would have been an own goal, but he made a save, that's for sure.
Oh, the Chelsea trouble in their own. Oh, and Sanchez reacting to deny Ryan Shirky. Well, he's busy.
Malo Gusto is struggling. Here's the strike. Shirky whacks through the back of it. It's a good, strong right hand. Really, that should have been it. Should have been the deciding goal. Garnacho coming on for João Pedro.
Getting the welcome from the Manchester City fans that is generally afforded to those with Manchester United connections. He could make history today in all the many years of the FA Cup. Nobody has scored against the same opponent in a final for two different teams.
There you see the attempts. The attempts on target. Chelsea only one shot on target. Despite playing pretty well in this second half and putting Manchester City under a bit of pressure, still hasn't been that quality in the top third of the field. And the men from West London. where he takes his time. He should have played it in a lot earlier when there was space between Caicedo and the goalkeeper.
Semenyo. Oh, Haaland couldn't take it with it. Mateus Nunes. Kovacic. His luck finally about to turn for him. City readying Nathan Ake. There's yet another connection between these two clubs. Doku. He started the Carabao Cup final, Nathan Ake. Nunes. Bernardo Silva. Ryan Cherki.
Well, it's become a chaotic game now, hasn't it? And exciting for it. The game's been played at a great tempo.
It's a proper cup tie. Should be. The ultimate cup tie. Semenyo. Kovacic. Doku will get a free kick.
And Gusto is really struggling. The right back limps away from every challenge.
Well, they're on the cusp of yet another success. They have edged ahead of Chelsea as the top scorers in the FA Cup this season with Antoine Semenyo's goal. It's 22. Extraordinary tally, really. Here is Ryan Cherki.
I don't think Man City can play for time just yet, because we heard there's going to be 6 added on minutes.
Doku's cross.
Not quite been at his best today, I wouldn't say Doku. Had some moments, but his end product hasn't been as good as it should be or has been in recent weeks.
In this competition, it's one that he's enjoyed playing in for Pep Guardiola. Goal or assist every 47 minutes in the FA Cup over the last 2 seasons prior to today. That's productive. He may have detected a little nerve there, because we're actually now hearing it's only going to be 5 added minutes.
I'm not sure why he took one off.
Has he got a Saturday night gig? That's a commentator talking. It's Bernardo Silva.
Haaland. Not good enough from Haaland, is offside. I've had confirmation, it is 5.
Augusto's ball in! And Delac with an opportunity.
Good delivery. No, Gusto just bends it in. He's got lots of space and time in the box. His first touch of the ball, so it would be a big touch if he hit the target.
Well, we're into that added time, and we are, at present at least, continuing the major theme at the new Wembley of the 19 previous finals. 16 settled by a single goal margin. Semenyo. Caicedo fouls.
Just seems to have lost his composure today, Caicedo. He's a really good player. Hard working. Good on the ball. Aggressive. I thought he had a good mentality today. He's just shown a lack of discipline, I think, on too many occasions. Sarcastically clapping the assistant referee once you've already got a yellow card isn't a good idea.
No, well, I mentioned that the 6 sendings off in the FA Cup final history, of which Mateo Kovacic on the field is one of them. He's walking the line. And City are exactly where they want to be. Yet more silverware close at hand. Domestic treble winners 7 years ago. We collect both domestic cups, obviously, and that would be at least that part of the feat repeated. Who knows, maybe the other. We'll see. Semenyo hasn't kept it in.
So he'd do well not to kick it away, just as he was about to then. Just passed it a couple of yards rather than booting it away.
Partner up well. Pedro Neto. O'Reilly's block. And City's counter. How much menace will there be in it? They won't really even get that far. It's Pedro Neto. And if at times they've shown a reluctance to be proactive, Chelsea, that has to change. With Malo Gusto with a loose touch. Haaland. Doku. Bernardo Silva one way. Ryan Shirky the other. He wants his moment. There was a chance to feed Haaland. Now he will.
Well, Haaland wanted the ball earlier, but when it did come to, he then miscontrolled it.
It's very difficult to be angry about it when that happens.
It is. He's having a tantrum because he wanted the ball played to him. He's still having a go at Cherki. He was still in that mindset when the ball came back to him. This is where he wanted the ball. When it comes here, can he put it on? But I think the defender actually does well to block that pass off. While he's still got his arms up in the air, having to think about it, he miscontrols it. I don't think he's played particularly well today. Erling Haaland.
Cup finals don't seem to be much fun for him. Where's another trophy in Manchester City's bulging cabinet? A domestic cup double for Pep Guardiola. Trophyless yet last year, triumphant this in both cup competitions. And maybe another pot may still be to come. Antoine Semenyo with a moment that will live long in the memory, deciding it. His superb flick, the winning goal. Had to rise to Chelsea's challenge, Stuart.
Yes, they did. Chelsea played much better. They were more competitive, they were more aggressive, they tried to play on the front foot, they put Man City under a bit of pressure. But despite
It's over.
that,
Man City is
they
the
never
winner.
really created too many chances, did they, Chelsea?
Man
They didn't
City-
have enough composure in and around the box, not enough creativity, and it was a great goal to win it. And overall, I think Man City just about deserved it.
Well, recriminations in the Chelsea star in England, and a pretty good game, really. One talking point in that first half, a potential penalty for Chelsea on Joao Pedro. But the moment loomed large in the recollection.